guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today, thanks to the folks at Sideshow Collectibles, we'll be taking a look at the new Marvel Avengers 1/6 scale Incredible Hulk. Now, for a comparison of packages, here's the box for the Iron Man Mark 7. And as you can, well, there's my TV and all that stuff. As you can see, that thing is bloody huge. I mean, seriously, after getting the 1989 Batmobile, you wouldn't think I would be surprised by the size of the packagings on these things. This guy is incredible. Now, as you can see, you got a very nice Avenger motif going on here, much like all the other Avenger figures from Hot Toys. You got the Marvel Avengers logo, you got a nice image of specifically Hulk himself. Then, come around here to the side, you got a radioactive image. You got the warning stuff on the back. This guy is actually empty, and then you see the actual image of Hulk carries on over the side. Now, it's not a slip cover. You actually do, and then it says Hulk here. You actually do have to open it, just like so, and then the figure, and then of course you have some more credits and such, and then you got the empty box. Well, because when you get them, this is how you get them, and it's in this very nice, very sturdy, hard foam to protect the actual figure. And again, just for a little size comparison, here's the Iron Man Mark II, and that's the Hulk. Now, granted, he's a little bit taller, so he really should be about right here, but I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. This is just absolutely insane. So, but there you have them. In his packaging and in the foam, so that's all I can really say. I love how he's actually packaged. You got the nice clamshell on top of the foam. That's a very sturdy packaging. I love to see that. So without further ado, let's get him opened up and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the Hulk opened up and out of its packaging. And this thing is absolutely monstrous. And it should be, because this is a monster. There's a reason why he's the Incredible Hulk. And they utilize that name to really create an incredible recreation of that movie character. Now, I am a little bit on the fence about this. At $300, the price really isn't all that bad when you consider that a lot of the other Avengers were going for about $220 to $250. And that was for regular 12-inch figures. For a figure that's 18 inches tall, $300 really isn't all that bad. My biggest disappointment comes in the fact that this is all you get. All you get is the figure. That's pretty impressive all by itself, but well, you get the figure and you get 2 additional hands, which are really cool in themselves. They're also articulated, but I really wish he came with something else. I mean, he doesn't even come with a stand. That probably would have made me a little bit happier, but the lack of accessories with this guy really does disappoint me. I wouldn't have minded if they increased the price to say $350 to give us a stand, maybe even a slab of concrete or a street lamp or something that he could smash and use as a weapon or something like that. I mean, his weapons are his hands just by themselves, but I just really wish he came with more things. Now, the figure itself is absolutely spectacular. Zooming in so that you can see the face really good. That is a wonderful, wonderful sculpt. I mean, the face itself is just absolutely amazing. The teeth detail is really superb on this. Now, unlike a lot of the other Hot Toy figures, this one actually does have the PERS system, the parallel eyeball rolling system or something. All you do, you come around here to the back, and you just pull off his hair. And what's hilarious is if you leave it on there, it just looks like Bald Hulk. So you take it off, and then you can see that the little knobs are in here. Now, they actually are a little bit tough to get to. They're fairly long, but they're separate. Each one controls a different eye, which is kind of strange because, and I don't know how well, oh geez, he's so big. I don't know how well this is going to come across here. Oh, wow. Well, you get the light in there and it actually lights up his eyes, but I'm going to leave it like that because you can actually see it. So in doing so, well, you can see, you can make the eyes rotate, and it's weird because they, I mean, it's goofy. Now let's go cross-eyed. It's just, I love that, but it's weird that they utilize 2 different ones, so you got to get that position just right to keep looking good, I guess. But it's a really cool feature. I don't quite get why they did the eyeball separately, and then, like I said, you just put the hair back on. It's magnetic, and boom, there you have it, and it makes the eyes harder to see. But look at the detail in the face, the wrinkles, everything on here, the muscles. You got the veins coming through here. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible. Coming down to his torso, this is all a rubber plastic on a molded frame in this shape, so it's obviously not the same type of body that we're used to getting. And this is extremely huge. And then the arms are also a rubber, and it's fitted over the actual skeleton underneath it. And they do a wonderful job, I think. I mean, you can move the head down and you can see the skin move and stretch, and I absolutely love that aspect. Go one way, go the other way. I mean, that's absolutely awesome. I love that detail. Now, I do have a concern over if the plastic or the rubber is stretched for too long, if it'll damage it. Primarily here in the arms. As you can see, his bicep is all molded in. Like I said, it's got the rubber on the outside. And then the forearm, you can't see it obviously, but right here, it's indented so that you can bring this up and get that pose kind of going. Now, it does look a little weird because the rubber gets a little stretched out. It doesn't look bad, I don't think. I don't think it's really a bad look for it. I mean, it is what it is. But again, if you leave it like this, I'm worried over time if that'll actually damage the rubber at the elbow joint itself. So that's something that we're going to have to pay attention to over time, I think. Now you come down here, you have actual real cloth pants for the guy. The button is obviously detached right here, but there's an extra button that kind of holds it together. So really very cool, and I love the torn look on these pants. He's got some foam on his butt. I mean, it's really very nice. Wonderful detail all the way around. Nothing was really left off on this guy. Coming back around here, and then obviously you have the feet, and it's just the amount of detail, and I don't know how well this is going to come across on the camera, but you really need to get this up close to see it. I mean, it just absolutely looks like skin, and then he's got massive, gigantic feet. This guy just has everything in terms of a look that you could possibly want on the Incredible Hulk. Now, as I mentioned, he comes with another pair of hands that are open. You got the closed fists on him right now, but these ones, the other cool thing is, as you can see here, there's actually wires inside the actual fingers. Nothing in the thumb, but the fingers are actually posable as well. You can just bend that, and you can create a whatever you really want for the fingers. Like here's him grabbing something. Now all of them, it appears that all have a joint added, or like the wire, like here. I mean, the whole thing. It's a little bit more difficult to get a fist, but you don't need a fist because you have that there. So this is just more of a relaxed kind of hand. But look how big this is. I mean, these are big. These are big hands. I mean, you can see, here's my hand. Maybe I just have small hands, but I mean, absolutely wonderful. And then to put those on, these are just on ball joints. So you just pop that out. You can see the joint right there. Then you take that, peg that in there, and now his hand's in there nicely. Get that nice and tight in there. So you can see, and honestly, that open hand looks a little bit better than this one. This one has more of a cut on it, you can kind of see. This actually looks a little bit better. I mean, you can still kind of see it, but it's pretty good. So popping this one off and popping this one on, there we have him with just his relaxed hands. And honestly, I don't know what look I like more. Coming back here, you can see just how big this guy really is. It's so ridiculously cool. But for his articulation, the head is on a very nice ball joint that you could see earlier. You got the neck joint as well, so you get a nice range of motion there. The head does rotate, but careful. You do have to be a little bit more careful because, again, it's rubber, so you don't want to overdo it and risk damaging that. But you can get a nice range of motion with it, really looking any way you want. I mean, you can even have him flying and roll. Just hanging out there. The arms here move in and out. You can hear the nice ratchet joints, and then again you can wiggle it in there just to keep that line like that instead of it pinching in. That's harder to see, but you can see how it pinches in. You can
get it underneath there. Now, it also moves forward and back 360 degrees. It doesn't rotate at any point up here at the bicep. That would just destroy the look, and I honestly prefer that. If they put a cut in there, that would really kind of suck. Now, you can kind of wiggle it back and forth. That's part of the joint here. As you can see, it moves up and down, back and forth. The elbow moves forward and back. It does not rotate or anything. The hands themselves will rotate 360 degrees. They're on ball joints. And then, like I said, these fingers actually are individually articulated. So you can do stuff with that. Now, there's nothing here in the abs or anything like that. All of his articulation is in his waist right here. So he moves forward and back like that. You've got a nice rocking, moves forward and back like that. He rotates, so you get a nice range of motion. But like I said, there's nothing in the ab or anything like that. Then you come down to the legs here. The legs here move forward and back. They move in and out. Nice ratchet joints. I love to hear that. That just makes me feel really secure with the weight in general of this and how he's going to hold the pose, because those joints aren't going to buckle. And I dig that totally. The knees here move forward and back. Again, very nice ratchet joints. They also, well, he also rotates up here at the upper part of the leg. Now, let's see, does he rotate down here? Yeah, he actually rotates down here just a little bit, not much though, because as you can see, this is molded kind of around the actual leg. And then the feet move forward and back. They tilt forward and back that way. They rotate. So lots of articulation on this guy. And then just to give you a much better scale, here you have him next to the Iron Man Mark 7, which, as I said, is a 12-inch figure. And as you can see, Hulk's actually kind of squatted a little bit, so he's not completely standing upright. I'll put the full specs in terms of the weight and size down in the video description, so you can check that out and get the full details on this guy. But as you can see, this is amazing. Now, the Hulk has been a figure that a lot of people have been really anxious to get a hold of. And if you are collecting the Avenger figures, this is absolutely a must-have. And no silly thing like a price tag is going to stop you from getting it. For the $300 that you're paying, I think you get an absolutely perfect figure. Now, some people have complained that the joints down here, like in the knee area, looks a little bit ugly, but you can mitigate that by pulling his pants down a little bit more. So it's really not all that much of a problem, in my opinion. As I said though, the $300 price tag, I really do feel is warranted on this exact figure. My only disappointment comes in the fact that he doesn't come with much else. As I said, he doesn't come with a stand and he doesn't come with any other accessories. All you get are the 2 pairs of hands and the massive figure himself. I really would have preferred a slightly higher price tag and some additional accessories. I really do think that's the only downfall of this particular figure. But I really can't fault it all that much because, in my opinion, the price that we do have for it really is perfectly reflected by what we're getting. So that being said, I absolutely recommend picking this up. This guy is simply stunning. And honestly, like I said, I didn't think that I would be all that blown away ever again after getting the 1989 Batmobile. This thing has blown me away. Now, if you are interested in getting them, there is a wait list currently right now on Sideshow Collectibles for this. You can put your name on that wait list and hope that one of these massive guys becomes available. Now, if you are interested in picking this guy up, go ahead and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to Sideshow Collectibles, where you can check this guy out, as well as a huge selection of other Sideshow collectibles that you can add to your collection today. But that's about it, guys. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find our recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus, and follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.